Welcome to Hero Wars Info. My name is Ryan. Today we're going to be doing a Hero Wars deep dive into Augustus, everyone's favorite electric owl. So Augustus came to the game about a year ago, and he quickly became very popular because a lot of his effects are unique, and they can really help strengthen other heroes that were already in the game. So let's go ahead and dive in. First off, we're going to be talking about his skills. We have his ultimate, Lightning Rod, that deals magic damage to the enemy with the highest health. The damage is equal to 40% of the target's health, with a max of 300% magic attack, plus 19,500 for that max damage there. So, again, he is going to be targeting those who are at the highest health. Then we got the Path of Least Resistance. This is a passive skill. Basic attacks are just going to be dealing magic damage and will always target the enemy with the least magic defense. If there's more than one such enemy, the nearest one is targeted. Being silenced does not disable this skill. This is very nice, especially because the next skill, Grounded, is whenever Augustus deals damage with Lightning Rod or his basic attack, all enemies take 53.5% of that damage. The damage decreases with distance. So if he's using either of these, that means that other enemies are taking additional damage as well. But the thing that all wraps this all up together and makes Augustus a good hero is the superconductivity. Augustus applies superconductivity whenever he deals damage, any damage, decreasing the target's magic defense for 6 seconds. The effect can be applied multiple times. Each application refreshes the duration on all active superconductivity stacks on the target. If a target afflicted by superconductivity takes magic damage that fully penetrates their magic defense, they take pure damage instead. And so you can see the magic damage defense reduction is 3930 for me, but with 1.5% magic attack plus 1950. So why is this effective? Well, basically any attack that Augustus is going to do, whether it's his basic attack right here or the Lightning Rod, is going to be dealing magic damage. And thanks to Grounded, it's going to affect all nearby enemies, which will also put a stack of superconductivity on him. Meaning, he attacks someone, and the whole team, or most of the team, is going to get this debuff of the less magic defense for them, which enables them to get attacked easier later on. So I'll show you this and what that looks like in an actual battle in just a sec. Now, in terms of skins, he only has 2 skins. They will make more skins for Augustus, but only 2 so far. Priority level is Magic Attack, then Intelligence. He is an Intelligence hero, and he's a mage. So Magic Attack is going to be big stats, so is Magic Penetration. Those are the ones that you're going to want to be focusing on. Pretty solid stats overall, though. He is a little bit weak. He doesn't have a ton of health or armor or magic defense. So you can take him out relatively quickly, but he is, combined with other heroes, he could be very good. Now, in terms of items that you want to develop, you're going to be looking at these Enigma's Chronicles. You're going to need a ton of these to level them up, just as any intelligence hero you will. And you'll also notice that there is a lot of these Light of Distant Stars, Spheres of Power, Oracle Sensor. All of those require Lamort's cards. So Lamort's cards are going to be really big in terms of, you're going to have to spend a lot to get him up to max level in the red +2. So Enigma's Chronicles and Lamort's cards are the things that you really need to focus on. Glyph Priority. It starts out Magic Penetration number 1, Magic Attack number 2. I go Intelligence, Health, Armor. That's my personal preference. If you want to go Health instead of Intelligence, feel free. But what Intelligence does for intelligence heroes is it gives you extra points of magic attack and 1 point of magic defense. So you want as much magic attack as possible, which is why you're trying to boost them up that way. Artifacts. It is 1, 2, 3. I would start with the weapon first. The magic attack activation is really good. It will help everyone else on your team. You always should be pairing Augustus up with other heroes that he goes well with. So magic attack should always be helping the entire team. That's why I have that at number 1. Then the Tome of Arcane Knowledge, which boosts his health and his magic attack, but only his. And then lastly, Intelligence. All 3 of them are good. I'd go 1, 2, 3 if you have to pick a priority. Now, he is not ascended. Who knows if he will get ascended in the future, but that has not happened yet. All right. So let's also talk about the pets that Augustus can have. We're going to go ahead and move over here into combat training. And Augustus is able to have 5 different pets. Merlin, which gives extra magic penetration and magic attack. This would be good, but a lot of times I like to put this on other heroes that are fighting with Augustus, so I usually don't have that on him. Albus is my favorite with him, just because it will deal additional pure damage, dependent on how fast he can get his debuffs down. Then you have Axel if you're trying to protect him. Biscuit if you're trying to stop healing. Biscuit would be really good. And then Chorus to stop control effects. My personal favorite is Albus on him, though. Now, let's go into a fight. Let's see what it looks like here. I have one right here. And I went and faced a team that you probably normally, a lot of people wouldn't use Augustus with. It's against a Rufus team. So I also put in a Morgan here just to make sure that Rufus could die. But I just want to kind of give you an idea. This used to be a very popular team right here. The double tank, Martha and Julius, able to speed up heroes by a lot. The damage by Nebula and Heidi. And then these two just doing shield upon shield. Pretty solid chemistry right here for this team. Now I'm coming at it with just a regular tank, Aurora, Morgan to counter Rufus, and then just my powered up backline of these 3. So I'm going to go ahead, let's go ×4 for a second. You'll notice right here, okay, so he just did his attack, and you see these little circles here? This is the debuff that got applied to all of these heroes. The magic defense has gone down for each of these heroes because his auto attack also does damage to everyone. So you can now see that 4 different heroes are affected. Now, it didn't affect Heidi because I think Heidi dodged it. But now all of the ones that are affected, and then boom, you can see he just did another one, and this time Heidi did not dodge it, and Heidi's taken some damage. So we'll go at normal speed for now, but that is going to help the rest of this team because it's a very magic attack team. Orion's going. And we'll probably see, I'm not sure if I missed it, but there's going to be an Augustus ult here pretty soon. But you can see all these circles, and boom, there we go. See, he took out Rufus in a one-hit with his ult because it attacked the hero with the highest health. Yeah, and so that team was pretty easy to beat. Now, I tested it a few times. I think he lost twice out of, 12 times or something like this team. But pretty solid against a pretty strong anti-mage team. So that's kind of goes into the effects of how good he can be. All right, so let's talk about strengths. What are Augustus' strengths? He's very good with other magic attack heroes. So you want to always have him on a team with magic attack. If he is by himself, he is not optimized. If he's the only magic attack hero, he is not optimized. Have other particularly mages with him. He can really boost a lot of mages' damage. Now, I should note that the only mages that you want to go with him are the ones that deal magic attack primarily. If I put him, let's say, with a Heidi. Heidi already does pure damage, so Augustus isn't really going to help him deal more. But with a hero like Orion, the twins, something like that, he can really help their damage output. Because he converts all the magic damage to pure damage once the magic defense has been reached. All right, next up, his strengths is he applies that debuff basically across a whole opposing team so that everyone is going to be susceptible to more magic damage that comes in and to change that to pure damage. Weaknesses. If you have kind of like the anti-control team in their effects and you can stop a lot of the debuff that applies, his ability is very weakened if that happens. Because then he can't debuff, and if he can't debuff, then he's just kind of a regular hero. Also, as I mentioned, he isn't strong by himself. You really need to pair him with the right heroes to unlock his abilities. Now, who are the counters to him? Sebastian is absolutely the number one. Sebastian's idol, public idol, I believe is called, will stop. No, I guess it's like Serenity Song. It's not public idol. But his, let's go ahead, go over here. Where are you, Sebastian? Ode to Serenity, right here. His Ode to Serenity is going to stop the debuff from getting applied from Augustus, which does make him pretty significantly weaker. So if you see an Augustus team and you want to stop him, Sebastian's good. Another great hero is Isaac, especially if he is not able to convert his damage from magic damage to pure damage. Then Isaac will be able to stop him pretty quick, silence him, and then it can be a quick battle. Who is he good against? You can think of any hero with low magic defense. He's going to be pretty solid against. I will say he doesn't have like a hero besides the two that I mentioned that I intentionally avoid. I think there's a ton of teams that he can be on as long as Sebastian and Isaac are not on those teams. You can just change it around to figure out the rest. Now, who is he best used with? My favorite. I love this combo. Orion I built him up specifically so I could pair him with Augustus. His ability to do a basically range damage with hitting a bunch of targets works perfectly with Augustus' ability because he debuffs a bunch of targets. His ability also, for his artifact, is a magic penetration, which helps Augustus get the magic defense down further so that you can start to get the pure damage. So it's just really good synergy with Orion if you pair him with Augustus. Also good, the twins. If you have a twins team, the twins are Krista and Lars. They deal magic damage. Augustus will be able to help them deal pure damage, so very solid there. Aurora is a good tank to pair with them because Aurora does magic damage with her ult, and she ults a lot. So that can start to become pure damage. And then Celeste is another one. But there's a lot of mages that Augustus pairs very well with. So what is his overall grade? Well, I went ahead and put him at a B+. And the reason I don't move him into the A category is he's not a standalone hero. You need to build other heroes with him. He is a great support hero for other magic heroes depending on the team. I use him in quite a few of my lineups, and he can be very effective if you're using him in the right spots. So absolutely a hero you want to level up. Is he absolutely essential for a new player? I wouldn't say he's essential, but he is probably in the top 15 heroes that you would want to level up if you are just starting. So if you haven't thought about him, keep him on in the background of maybe someone you can level up later on down the road. Thanks so much for watching.